Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball. But he's also a very neat dribbler. So not the type to stay put. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a... Vieira! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Vieira clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Danger averted for now, and claimed it back swiftly. Nakata has a shot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Can he get on the end of this? Now there's a fine ball. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Up he goes! Goal! Argentina! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Argentina have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
That's beautifully weighted. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Messi.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just...
Chance for a shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
That has certainly made... And the shot! Oh, the ball... In he goes again! Oh, he's really drilled it. Howson picks it up from the goal kick. Vieira. Vieira has been caught there, it's a foul. And the shot! It's wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Now he's got space here, and that is expertly dealt with. Looking to play him in. Messi. Goes down, but nothing given. And he's worked it through. Bellingham. Nakata.
Has been indicated.
And this is Luis Suarez. And he's well positioned here. Howson gets it clear. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. No, he's just misjudged that one. Tries to pass it through. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's been taken short. Argentina are looking to go forward now. And he's found a way past. That is good. Shot a goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Fires it in low. Ah, he's fizzed it forward. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Obami. Great! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution for Argentina, number 97.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Argentina get themselves into the lead. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Now that looks a decent ball. Pirlo. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Number 16, substitutions taking
And it's
place.
Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And no, that was never going to make it. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned... Goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Argentina surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, that's ambitious. And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Rooney. Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Nesta calmly anticipates. Lam.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Fermin. Pirlo wins the duel this time.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Driving through the middle. Great vision. I think we're just about done here. Looking for options for movement. And that will be the final act. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Van Dijk picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Argentina really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the runners in, and that proved decisive.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Begley. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Martin Caceres, Jim. Precious little doubt about what his outstanding qualities are.
Aggression and tenacity, Peter, but there is another side to his game as well. He's got a certain confidence on the ball and he can pick a really...
Nakata! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's picked his way through, and a chance! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Bale hurtling down that right flank. Showing great feet there. Oh, that's fabulous. Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
Nice bit of trickery. Delivers the ball. Robertson with the clearance. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That is ended up in no man's land. That's really well cleared. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Messi. Now that's well seen too. Very nearly half an hour gone here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He is through here. He's free. He has got space. Defending of the desperate variety. Dani Olmo. Played out wide.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that...
Shapes to shoot! Nakata.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Dani Olmo, dink through, Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Robert, and that is going to be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Argentina happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, what a mistake! And this is Messi. Neymar. Beckenbauer is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Kukçu. And he's chosen to go back. Now it's Osimhen. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's managed to get free. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And that has been clubbed away.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Can he get on the end of this? Flashes it across. And he's taking no chances there. Osimhen. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
And it's Cáceres. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. He's had a shot! They've done it! Do not write them off. Back they come. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Substitution on the field, number 45.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this.
And the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Argentina with the corner. They're first. Tries to get it clear.
Argentina really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Kukçu gets into a good position. Terrific header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Olise threads one in, and this is Bale. Pass somewhat off target. That's really nicely played. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Bale. Bale powering forward here. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! And he thumps it clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Looking to play him in. Albert Ferrer is wide and looking to get onto this. Caceres can get it clear. Well, that has not gone well. And that will be the final act. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times.
Decent chance! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
He's had a shot! He scores! 2-0 and in next to no time. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Climbs up big! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Argentina find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Torres. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Argentina finding their passes. And this is Messi. And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rijkaard. And it's Zanetti. Albert Ferrer. Messi. Argentina heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. He's beaten the line. Great chance! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! And it's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Quick reminder today, please have your entry tickets at hand as it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Beckenbauer. And this is Luis Suarez. Aubameyang. And he's worked it through. And he's lost his man here. Shot at goal! Beckenbauer. Now Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? In towards the back stick. It's a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Pass somewhat off target. Neither side yet able to find the net. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Argentina! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Nakata. Nakata will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi. Cleared without complication.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now it's Luis Suarez. And Messi! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Oh, this looks sharp. Passing is crisp and sharp. That pass has been well intercepted. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Argentina are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Argentina carrying a one-goal lead.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Messi. Fernando Torres. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
showing good feet. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Varane makes the interception. Messi. Argentina are still that goal to the good. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And the shot! No mistake! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Neymar. Number 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Mbappe, Sané, all facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's straight offside. And it's Messi. Albert Ferrer. Always onto this. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Deco.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Deco. Good take, and is he in? Chance, surely! Really well taken goal. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Oh, well played.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good ball.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Big chance! It's in! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Argentina are...
And that is as far as it goes. Argentina are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner.
Just a quick announcement.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space. He needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Albert Ferrer did just about enough to come out. Big chance, must be! Good decision by the keeper, got that exactly right. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Tries to play it through. Now it's Olise. Played out to the right. He's tried one! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's Nakata. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Argentina, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Zanetti. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nakata. Now it's Aubameyang. Knocks it into space. Cross to the back post. Khan clears. Short changes him with that pass. And here's Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! Quality ball.
Aubameyang.
Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's a little off target. Albert Ferrer. And here's Aubameyang. Not the most convincing of passes. Fernando Torres. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Torres.
Argentina have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Great ball, and he's in. And Torres! And it's a goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react.
And a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Reflections on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Argentina happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're underway again.
Argentina really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Madrid trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Robertson. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Passes short and sharp.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh no, what has happened here? Always onto this. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And smartly reclaimed. Torres! Now, who's going to be first to this? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Dani Olmo. Howson cuts out the pass. And that has been cleared. Nicely weighted ball. And he's worked it through. Chance for a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That was easy, almost too easy.
Aubameyang really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution on the field. Number 24, Griezmann. Number 15.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 10,
Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
on the field. Number
Well, there's your danger
18,
man, a title that is entire... Has a shot!
Number 22.
And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Williams Saliba.
Argentina have their second corner now. Park Ji-sung. And now they can spring out of defence. O'Shea does really well to win the ball there. And it's O'Shea. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's onside. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Searching pass he's played there. That is a brilliant interception. Neymar, and he's managed to get free. He's had it taken off him. Park Ji-sung. Saliba. Raul. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, this looks sharp.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
A probing pass. Nicely worked. Look at, can he finish? That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And just like that, he hits 50. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. Alessandro Costa, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nakata. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cleared without complication. And it's Nakata, out towards the flank. Oh, good take in a good area. That's going to go a long way. Neither side yet able to find the net. Nice sequence of passes, this. Nakata. It's Nakata! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Aubameyang. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Played in. Oh, shooting! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. More and more pressure on the ball here. Costa. Now it's Torres. Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Messi. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Adams. Costa. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Short.
Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Mateus is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that.
Big chance! It's in! The second half off to a spectacular start. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that... And Torres!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's an imaginative pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Nakata. Played out wide. Lofted in. Cleared without hesitation. Torres absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, well played, well played. Engages and forces him off the ball. Defending was strong and firm.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Rummenigge. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Messi. Fernando Torres. Cross needs to be good.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ricky Puig. Fernando Torres. He's got away. Van Dijk with the clearance. And time is up. Argentina have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Aubameyang, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
To give your support to our better stadium.